Right, good morning everyone, welcome back to GD and Son channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. So yeah, we're finally back off holiday. It's been a bit of a slow week actually, so I didn't really have much booked in anyway when I returned, so kind of just like doing a bit of scrap metal, but scrap metal's been hit and miss. There's been a few items floating about, but nothing to scream home about. I've still got some non-ferrousy bits in my garage that need sorting. Bit of copper, brass mainly, stainless steel in there that's come from the boilers and stuff. So the plan is to try and get a load of metal to take down for tomorrow, Friday, and yeah, take down my non-ferrous stuff as well, and just cash it in. You know, as I say, it's not going to be a massive payday, you know, but a little bit of scrap metal we've done on Monday as well should make me a decent wage up for the week. Yeah, landed myself quite a decent pressure washing job for next week. Went and give them a quote yesterday. Woman was happy. I came down a little bit on the quote, not by much, but sort of rounded it down for her. And yeah, she was quite happy. She spoke to her husband. I showed her some before and after pictures of my work, especially it's block paving as well. So I've done a few block paving transformations. They've come out really, really well. So yeah, I'll be getting that filmed next week. Yeah, not really much else to say. Yeah, haven't really uploaded any videos recently because my lead to my GoPro has gone missing. And it's the lead that you sort of transfer the data from the GoPro to the computer. I'm not sure where it's gone to. I had it with me on holiday just in case I needed it, which I didn't. And I'm sure I brought it back. So yeah, apologies for the videos not being out for a couple of weeks, but there's nothing I can do unfortunately until the new lead arrives. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now and we're going to try and find some scrap metal. So let's do it, baby. Nice little selection of scrap metal. Oven's packed out. It's heavy. I'll have to lift this whole thing up. fire slippers on me. Damn, that's heavy. Yeah, I'll have to have a whip through that later on. There's loads of electronics in there. I need to cut the cords off. Yeah, haven't really been doing much since I've been back off holiday, so I haven't even had time to put my tools back in the van. Van's been off the road again for a few hours yesterday, having the turbo pipe replaced. So yeah, bit of a slow start this week actually, but getting back into it now. Barbecue. To have a sort out in a minute, I think. I'll go and find somewhere where it's a little less secluded, as it's still only 6:30 in the morning, so I don't want to wake too many people up. There's a bit around the corner here where I can park up. There's not many houses, so I'll organise the back of the truck. But yeah, no, I mean, that oven we found was pretty heavy. That's all filled up with stuff that does need going through. All the electronics need the wires cut off. I think there's a little bit of spool of cable in there as well. So I'll go through that later on tonight, before it goes down to the scrapyard. Yeah, and even that barbecue, I mean, it didn't look the part, but had a bit of weight to it. I mean, nothing major, but yeah, it's heavier than what I thought it was going to be. Normally them sort of barbecues are light as anything. So anyway, good start. Let's just see if we can keep it going. Top of that stainless. Yes, yes. I think this is no. So stainless steel sink, and the top part of that stainless steel as well, which is nice. Nice little finds and brass taps as well. Need to go through all my copper and brass and just separate it. It's probably going to be a job for this afternoon. Then get it all dropped off tomorrow is the plan. Little payday on the Friday. So yeah, finds have died off a little bit. Not finding as much, but still doing pretty well, all things considering. You know, there's been lots of oh yeah, funny story, I got stopped by the police again yesterday. Pulled over, same exact thing, council official and police officer, both wanting to, well, wanting to see my waste carriage license. This time there was no issues. The council official tried giving me a bit of crap, saying that I need to be writing down or handing out a transfer note for every item of scrap that I pick up, and I was like, no way, mate. You know, I'm not going to be giving out an individual ticket for, like, if I pick up a bloody kettle or something. So I am going to start keeping a record of where I pick things up from. I'm going to go get myself a diary later on today, and that will sort of, like, I'll write down in there where the scrap has come from, sort of thing, just so I've got my own sort of record of it in case I get stopped again. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, chances of that getting stopped again. But they are doing it lots of other people as well, because I have seen a few police officers pulling over other vehicles, especially scrap vehicles as well. So yeah, I think they're starting to try and come down hard on these fly tippers. But anyway, I think we've got some more rubbish here, some more scrap. Yeah, so usually I wouldn't take bikes, just in case, but as you can see, this one has been left with a pile of scrap. Oh. Although that looks to be a half decent bike. Barracuda. It's old school. I mean, I know Barracuda is a good make. I used to have one myself. Not sure about that one. Let's say that's got older kind of brakes on it and stuff like that. So it might not be worth as much. If it had disc brakes, it might have been a little bit more. But I'll have to look into that. So yeah, where was I? If you are doing scrapping or waste removal, stuff like that, make sure you've got everything in check, because they are coming down hard on it now, all these fly tippers and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. Yeah, let's carry on and see what more metal we can find. Couple of brake discs. I'd like to know if they're stainless actually. Don't think. Oh, where's the magnet? Am I being blind? No, it's full underneath. Yes, I was just checking, not the brake discs, obviously I know the brake discs weren't stainless, but there's some little door handly type things that were sellotaped together. Had a feeling they might have been stainless steel, because they're really heavy and shiny, but they're not. The magnet sticks to them like anything, so just regular steel. Right, so yeah, we'll keep on trekking along, and we'll hope to find some more metal. Right, what's going on everyone? Today is actually now Friday. Basically yesterday after I stopped filming, I decided to go out with the lad and hand out some flyers. We've probably done about 150 just locally around where I live. Got a load of flyers out. They do work. I mean, I've got a job that's come up next week on Tuesday, a big block paving driveway, and that came by way of a flyer. Went round there and give her a quote. She's happy with it, she's accepted, and I'm in there on Tuesday cleaning that. So they do work. They just got to be handed out. It's just the time it takes to actually do it. So yeah, me and my lad done that. yeah, I'd had a scrap collection to go and do from one of my subscribers, funny enough, so thank you, Graham. He rang me up, he had a little bit of scrap metal, plus his neighbour had a little bit of scrap metal, so I went and picked them up. Didn't bother filming it. On the way back from his house, I actually stumbled across about 7 radiators. They wasn't at the front of the driveway, they were at near the front door, stand up against the back gate. So I went and gave him a knock on the door and asked if it's for scrap, and he said, yeah, perfect timing, mate. So all them radiators as well had 2 brass attachments on, so I took them home, stripped all the brass off the radiators. I had some copper and brass and bits and pieces that I needed to sort out as well, so I got all that done finally. It's not a massive amount, again, it's going to be another sort of half a load, but I'm just trying to scrape together whatever we can this week. It's been quite a bit of a slow week this week, first week after holiday. I actually wanted it to be quite busy, you know, because you spend all that money on holiday, you need to try and recuperate some of your losses, but it is part of being in business. Anyway, I'm going to take you around to the back of the van now and I'll show you what we're taking down. Right, so anything at the front there is basically mixed iron, probably about the same as what there was last time, about half a ton maybe. They're the rads down the side there. Ignore all this stuff. I've got some window cleaning and a conservatory I'm going to be cleaning after this. So yeah, this is what we're going to be trying to run in today. So all down here is my motors, not many of them really, probably only about, I don't know, 40 kg maybe if we're lucky. Brass, not a bad sort of box of brass. We'll see. I think probably maybe 20 kilo if I'm lucky, 15, something like that. Bits of stainless steel, so we've got the sink, which is stainless. This came off the top of the cooker. These 2 heat exchangers out of the boilers, and these actually came out of boilers as well. They're like, I don't know if they're the same as these, but they had aluminium round in the middle, and you just basically cut down the seam and it just peels off. So yeah, we've got the stainless, probably about 20 kilos maybe of stainless, another little bit there. Inside this bag here is the copper. Not much at all really in the way of copper. I think there's probably not even 10 kilo there, probably about 7, something like that. And then just in here is just a bag of wire. Once again, only about 10 maybe 15 kg. I don't imagine it being that much. So yeah, it's not going to be, as I say, it's not going to be a massive payday today. You know, a few £100 if I can get it would be nice. Obviously we've got the window cleaning to go and do and the conservatory to go and do. Yeah, next week's looking a little bit busier. I think it's because obviously when I was away I wasn't really advertising for work. You know, I did a little bit every now and again, but I kind of lost track of it, and you know, the internet wasn't very good in the cottage and stuff like that, so I just kind of left it alone. And obviously in this business you need to keep advertising, you need to keep posting things and getting lucky. So anyway, I'm going to head into the shop now and go and get a monster, and we'll get down to the scrapyard. Let's do it. Right, so I thought I'd do another voiceover for you today. Yeah, really need to put the tools back in the van because there's a couple of items on here that actually had power cords attached to them. I never had my snippers with me to actually cut them off. So I will be putting them back in. I do apologise, I've lost all my footage for dropping off the non-ferrous stuff. I looked up when I got to the mixed iron pile and just realised the red light wasn't flashing, and yeah, not really sure what happened. So I pressed the button, obviously I didn't press it hard enough and it didn't start recording. So I do apologise, but we'll be running through the figures shortly. Glad to get them doors off actually, get rid of it. I'm just going to have a sweep up of the van now, and I'll go over the prices with you, so I hope you'll enjoy. Right everyone, so I've just got home from the scrapyard. I thought I'd go over the figures in the house today as there's no one home, bit of change of scenery. I do apologise, I've lost all, well, it didn't actually record the footage of me unloading the non-ferrous stuff. I put everything on the scales, I pressed the button, I thought I did, unload everything. It wasn't until I moved to the mixed iron pile to unload my mixed iron / shearing, and I realised the light wasn't flashing red, so unfortunately it never recorded anything of me unloading the non-ferrous. But I have got the figures here which I'll go over. Also, I would just like to say these shorts are a little bit loose, so you probably saw a little bit more of me unloading than you probably would like to. However, that's just unfortunate. So anyway, I'll go over the figures with you now. So we went in with electric motors 35 kilos at £500 a tonne, or 50 pence a kilo, and that was £17.50. Brass, we had 17 kilo at £3,200 a tonne, or £3.20 a kilo, and that was £54.40. Stainless steel, so mainly this was the two heat exchangers, I think they're called, plus the sink and stuff like that we had on. That was 27 kilos of that at £1,000 a tonne, or £1 a kilo, which was an even 27 quid, or uneven 27 quid. Heavy copper, which wasn't very heavy in our bag load, we only had 5 kilos of that, which bit of a shame actually. I was hoping to get a bit more, but I knew there was probably 10 or less. That was £5,100 a tonne, or £5.10p a kilo, which was £25.50. Household cable, we had 8 kilo of that at £1,950 a tonne, or £1.95 a kilo, which was £15.60. And shearing, which was my mixed iron sort of thing, we had 480 kilo of that at £210 a tonne, or 21 pence a kilo, which was £100.80. So all in all, today we left the scrapyard with £240.80p. Add that with 178 quid from Monday's load. So, you know, scrap hasn't been really good this week, but, you know, we've earned something. Obviously, the window cleaning bits and pieces as well. I have done a few other little jobs, I just haven't bothered filming them because they have only been little ones, you know. I'd rather just film something worth people's time to watch. But anyway, got a lot of stuff planned for next week. Quotes are rolling in, so hopefully we'll have some decent jobs to show you. Obviously, the driveway one's coming up on Tuesday. I've been asked to quote for a decking clean, and we've got a big waste removal job that I've been asked to quote. So, yeah, hopefully they will come in. See how it goes. But anyway, if you did like today's video, please smash that like button because it will really help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you all on the next video. Take care.